Sam, have you been vaccinated, and kind of where do you come down on that?
I haven't been vaccinated yet.
This is former New York Jets and current Carolina Panthers quarterback Sam Darnold.
Still got to think about, all those certain things that go into it.
Like what, Sam? What things do you need to think about at this point?
Again, it's everyone's choice, whether they want to get vaccinated or not. So that's really all I got on it. I don't want to go too into detail, but I haven't been vaccinated yet.
The reason you don't want to go into detail is simple. You have no argument. Meanwhile,
I'm pretty open to everything. I'm not, going to say no or anything like that.
For a man being pretty open to everything, his short-sightedness is showing.
Yeah, I have been. For me, I don't, I'm just staying by myself right now. I don't have a family or anything like that. So, again, there's a ton of different things that go into it.
I know reporters need to build relationships with the team, but here's a perfect follow-up opportunity by asking simply, what sort of things do you mean, Sam?
I'm going to evaluate that on my own and, make the best decision that I feel like is, again, the best for myself.
In essence, tell me you're an anti-science Trump supporter without telling me you're an anti-science Trump supporter. Many had their fun with Darnold. However, this remains a serious issue with some athletes who talk leadership after every game in front of the media, showing they have none to combat a worldwide pandemic. Lest we forget, Sam Darnold missed time this past season because he had the infectious disease mono. On his choice, one user wrote, "I've seen Sam Darnold throw back across the field into traffic enough to know that decision-making isn't his strong suit." PFT's Mike Florio put it like this: Darnold should start by talking to team doctors. And if that's not good enough, he should talk to NFL doctors. And if that's not good enough, he should talk to union doctors. And if that's not good enough, he should call team owner David Tepper for a list of epidemiologists who service the insanely rich. The National Football League has incentivized players getting vaccinated. If they had not received the jab as of Monday, unvaccinated coaches and team staff lost the ability to interact with players in person after the league loosened a host of restrictions last month on vaccinated players. As of that change, those players were required to be tested no more than once a week, did not have to wear masks at team facilities, were not subject to quarantine as part of any contact tracing, could eat in team cafeterias, and could use saunas and steam rooms. Per Florio again, if he ultimately chooses not to get the vaccine, in other words, if he chooses to be tested every day of football season and to have other restrictions apply for 6 or 7 months, including not being able to go out of town during the bye week, that's his business. The end game of this all is going to be to get people vaccinated, said Dr. Anthony Fauci, a man who has studied infectious diseases and is in the top of his field longer than Sam Darnold has been alive. Meanwhile, in Darnold's state, North Carolina Governor Roy Cooper is expected to announce a new statewide incentive program to get people to take the COVID-19 vaccine because Americans, through our own ignorance, need incentive to get it other than, not dying. This new program comes as the state's vaccination rate has leveled off, and a pilot program that offered $25 cash cards in 4 counties showed promise in convincing some people to take the shot. On Darnold's own team, place kicker Joey Sly placed his decision to get vaccinated in a personal context. He said he and his family consulted with the medical team that had cared for his older brother who died of leukemia in 2014, shortly before Sly began playing at Virginia Tech. Let's just call it what it is. It's selfish. For Darnold, Josh Allen, Cole Beasley, and the like, it's a selfish move. The Post's Michael Gerson wrote, in the case of a pandemic, free riders are those who enjoy the positive result when other people get vaccinated, lower transmission of the virus, and eventual herd protection, but refuse to take a tiny risk and get vaccinated themselves. The challenge comes, of course, when lots of people realize they can be free riders, and the public good is destroyed. As for Darnold's usage of framing the inevitable, ESPN's Imani Jones wrote of Darnold, "We don't have to use yet in these cases. There's no impediment left to getting the vaccine. He just ain't gonna do it."